Hello, my name is Michael Garrick, and this is Popping Culture Movie Reviews. My guest today is comedian Big Daddy Cater, very funny comedian out of Greenville, South Carolina. If he's in your city, please check him out. He's hilarious. He'll keep you laughing. One of the funniest comedians I know, and I'm not just saying that. Really is one of the funniest people I know. Thank you so much for coming on the movie review, man.
Hey man, I appreciate the greeting and appreciate you saying that. That means a lot to me.
Oh, no
'Cause
problem, brother.
I think
Truth is the truth, man.
I think
Uh,
you one of those ones I know. So
appreciate it, brother. I truly appreciate it.
yeah,
The movie you chose was The Nutty Professor. This will be a 100% spoiler review. But before we spoil the movie, do you believe they should watch it?
definitely. I'm sure most people have watched it, but if you haven't, you're missing out on the class.
Nice, nice. I completely agree, guys. If you have not watched it, please watch it. This movie is hilarious. Everything past this point is 100% spoilers. Um, I got brother. You can go ahead and kick it off.
All right, so another professor is basically about uh, a fat guy who wants to lose weight. He's trying to come up with a formula to help him lose weight even faster. Matter of fact, it's in an instant. And but at the same time, he's dealing with kids cracking jokes, other adults cracking jokes on him, and then he's trying to find his love of his life at the same time, catching criticism from his family. It's a lot going on, but I think the movie is a lot of. I know a lot of people just see the humor side of it, but I think is a more deeper value to it. I believe that it's uh, wanting to make people aware of some of the mental issues that people have and that what they go through on everyday life, and it kind of just opening like their eyes up to that situation. You know what I mean, and then it's a movie that's one of its kind because you don't see a movie too much about a big person trying to lose weight. It's not many of those out there, and for somebody to be able to make a movie about that and have the humor and storyline added to it, just that well put together is just genius to me.
Nice. I totally agree. Before we dig deeper in. I'm sorry, diaper. I don't know why this is what I do for a living. Dig deeper into the movie. For people that don't know, can you just tell them how popular Eddie Murphy was at this time?
Eddie Murphy, he was very popular at the time. I think this was a few years after his Raw stand up, which was very blown. He was very successful off that Raw stand up. If you haven't watched Eddie Murphy Raw, that's a good one to watch. Um, so he had already been established. He'd been in movies before then, Coming to America. He was in Boomerang, Vampire in Brooklyn, just to name a few. But he had already been in big movies. So this was his actual first role as taking on like a fat suit. So this was his first role. So I'm sure it was I'm sure it was something new to him to take on a role like this. I'm sure it was a challenge for him to get adjusted to what he had to do in this movie. But like I said, he was a great actor before then. He did great acting in this movie. So
It had been done before where one actor would play multiple characters, but what do you think really made it stand out when he did it in this movie?
I think he actually gave each character their own person. Like he actually played that character so well that you forgot it was him playing the characters. He did it so well. Now he did it also, and I didn't find this out until years later. But he also had did it in Coming to America. He was the white guy at the barbershop, and I
Yep.
didn't know that until years later. I always thought that was just the old white man that did that, but it was Eddie Murphy the whole time, and that's how talented he is to be able to do something like that, like to have you food that you don't even know that's a different character. Even the on the Clumps movie, like you can see his resemblance in some people, like the mama and stuff, but like the brother, it was hard to tell that was Eddie Murphy, and the grandma, it was even kind of hard to tell it was Eddie Murphy because he played it so well.
Yes. Also, we got to give it up to the makeup team. I believe they won an award for the makeup in this movie. Dating back to movies when Richard Pryor did it in like Which Way Is Up. Back then, like the makeup just wasn't good. Like you knew it was Richard Pryor playing multiple characters. But the makeup team definitely stepped it up for this.
Right. And I think I'm not sure which one came out before. I think Miss Doubtfire came out before that movie, but they
Hmm.
actually did a good job on her too as well. And he did a good job playing that character because you forgot it was Robin Williams. You forgot.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, Robin killed it, man. I mean, and that's a good movie too.
It
Like,
is
yeah, I, that was one of the first movies I saw on VHS. Yeah, um,
the first one I saw VHS.
yeah,
A long
yeah,
we did VHS though.
yeah. Yeah, VHS, bro. That's when you had to like make sure you rewind that tape, or they had a fee for you. Like my mom, I remember once they charged my mom like a ridiculous amount of money because we didn't rewind it. My mom was like, "Well, just sell it to me then."
I know, right? Just let me go ahead and buy the whole thing then.
Yeah, just to give me, just sell it to me. It was the Matrix. She was just let me buy it. Um, when the introduction to the characters, I think, is very well done. The fact that every character has their own motivation. Is there anything you saw from the introduction?
Uh, well, like I said, from the beginning, like, all right, this guy really wants to lose weight. You can tell that. And then Miss Purdy, it was played by Jada Pinkett. You could just tell like she was kind of this established woman. And she was kind of like, kind of look for somebody to spend some time with. So I think they did good with the introduction there, and you kind of knew like, all right, well these two probably gonna end up talking to each other in the movie. But yeah, they did great with that. And the mother, she was a supporting mother, and she really loved her son no matter which way he wanted to go. And I think they did a great job portraying that too.
Nice, nice. Was this your first time seeing Dave Chappelle?
It was my first time seeing Dave Chappelle.
Me
I
too.
didn't know who that was still until years after the movie. I was like, where they find this little dude with these dreads at? That dude ugly. I was like you just picked somebody on the street, like, ugly guy, come here, we got a part for you to play in the movie.
Yeah.
I didn't know who he was.
I take
But
that back. I didn't know who, well, I still didn't know it was Dave Chappelle, but when I saw him, I was like, hey, it's that guy from Blue Streak.
you're right, he was on Blue Street.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that's how I remember it. Yeah.
yes, I ain't even put two and two together.
Yeah. Um, I really hope I'm not stepping on toes, man. And I apologize if this is like not an appropriate question, but his mannerisms, the way he walked in the plus size suit, do you feel like that was correct, or like do you feel like he was still like walking, or man, I do not know how to word this. Did it look believable? That's why I guess I'm asking.
So basically, what you asked me, that's how you walk. It's all right. But oh man, that's a funny question. But yeah, to answer your question, I did not walk that way. Hey, let me tell you something. I try to walk less fat as possible. So if you see me, I try to be like speed walking or something like it look like I'm moving. I be trying to make it look like I ain't fat. I try to do a good job disguising my fat. But some people, I mean, to the credit of the movie, yeah, that's a lot. That's how a lot of fat people do walk. That's yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna
Only
slide
thing they
right past that.
only thing they missing from that movie is him riding the cart in the grocery store. Because all fat people seem like they need to ride the grocery cart in the store. I don't know why.
I don't know. I don't think I should be like have input on that at all. I don't know. I feel like that's just a topic that I should not have the. I shouldn't voice that one. I feel like it's about it. I feel like that and abortion is like not. I'm not there.
Well, I can talk about it.
Yeah.
And I feel like people being fat is an excuse for them to get in that little scooter at the store and ride. Like that's not an excuse for you to ride this thing. Like no, you should. You need to walk. Get your butt out this scooter and walk. Like I think they should have to show their handicap sticker before they get the scooter. Like, oh, that's my idea. Yeah, I need the scooter. So that's what I think. And then they ain't got but two in the store anyway. So when they're two gone, what you gonna do? You got to walk anyway.
I
Now
would
this
love it.
they're barely walking around the stove. Can't even ride the scooter around because your little fat behind up riding because you don't feel like walking.
I was just thinking of them trying to go past the greeter with the little handicap thing. Like the greeter, like, oh, let me see the handicap thing. Let me see.
Like a Sam's Club car, you know, it's just hey, I belong here. That's your ticket.
Yeah.
Your ticket to the
God.
school.
When it came to the pacing of this movie, I thought they did well. What did you think?
Oh yeah, I think that you talking about like as far as like the duration and how long it took the story to unfold and everything.
Yeah, and I feel like every scene was meant to be there. I don't think it was any like I think they chopped all the meat off the bone and just gave you a good film. I can't think of any scene I would be like they should have deleted that.
Right. Yeah, I think all the things are necessary. I agree 100% with that.
How
Yeah,
did you feel about the music?
he's on that. They had a great soundtrack. That's when movies used to have really good soundtracks. You actually bought the soundtrack to listen to,
Yeah.
and I felt like that was one of those soundtracks that I actually did buy to listen to. So it definitely was a great soundtrack.
Yeah. On a side note, what was the last sound like album soundtrack you bought?
Woo,
Mine was Hitch.
that was a good soundtrack. Uh, Mine was Exit Wounds.
Oh yeah, that was good. That was
Yeah,
good.
that was mine. That was one of the three Mafia choices, I believe. I don't know uh, which one came out before or after, but yeah, those two.
This is before you were a comedian.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. Why I even thought about it.
Yeah, exit wounds. You was stabbing people back then. I'm joking.
A lot of pent
Uh,
up frustration. I was dealing with them jokes at the time.
I got you. When it comes to the ending, do you like the way they tied everything up?
Oh yeah, they tied it up pretty good, and you got the girl at the end, or so you thought, and then it was like, all right, just be happy with yourself. That's kind of like what the message was at the end of the movie. It's like just be happy with yourself. You tried this stuff. People still gonna love you, and you're still gonna be able to do what you want to do, your job and everything. But you don't have to try so hard to change yourself. You can just be yourself. And I think that's what the overall message was. I know people got a lot of laughs out of it, and it's a fun movie to watch. But I think at the end of the day, the most important message to get out of that movie was, love yourself, and you don't have to change for nobody unless you want to change for yourself.
Yes, yes. Um, oh man, I watched it yesterday, and I'm just because of the review. Um, is brother love or buddy love?
Buddy love.
Buddy love. Uh, I really think he's like I think that's just Eddie Murphy being Eddie Murphy. Like the whole time I watched it, I was just like, okay, he's not acting right now. Like I can imagine this is really how he is day to day.
I can imagine that too, man.
Yeah.
I can imagine that for real. Like, I can see him like saying, "You can't beat me. You can't beat me." Just yelling at people all around him and stuff, and just having fun. I'm sure he probably don't calm down now, but I'm sure back in his younger days, he probably was wild, man. Just because he had a song at one time called "Party All the Time." You remember the song? Yeah,
Yes,
"Party All
yes,
the Time." I'm sure that came for him partying all the time. Like, you know what? They just write a song about it. I think that's sometimes people have this idea they'll say something so much or do something so much. You be like, let's just write a song about it. Migos got a song called "Straight." I'm still trying to figure out what straightening means. I don't know what that means. I mean, I don't know how that came about. Like, hey man, you know what? Let's write a song about straightening. I mean, what are we straightening? I don't get it, but everybody likes it. I even
that's
find out saying straightening, straightening, straightening. I look back, what am I saying? What am I saying? It just got a nice beat. That's all.
that's how I feel about every Two Chain song.
2 Chainz, my favorite rapper.
Okay, all right, my bad. All right, we're 2 for 2 today, boy. I tell you, this is my favorite Two Chain song is still the old Dope Peddler when he used the sample from oh man, I forgot the guy's name, but there was a lot of like the old Blake, this, but that was a cool that he sampled the beginning of that because that is a real song. The old Dope Peddler is about a guy selling drugs to a neighborhood, and just so he can get them addicted, so he can sell them when they get older too.
Oh wow. Yeah,
Yeah, from like the 50s.
I ain't heard that. I gotta look that one up.
Oh yeah, it's on Spotify.
Was
Like,
that when
it's
he
a
was,
real song.
was that when he was Titty Boy, or was he 2 Chainz then?
No, it's 2 Chainz. It's just the intro. It's just like it has the intro from the song from 1950s, and then it goes into like this hip hop
I
beat.
skip all intros.
Oh, okay, I got you. I got
Yeah. I skip all intros on TVs.
you. I got you. I
I be like,
got
let
you.
me just get to the music.
Yeah. The 2 Chainz, but I understand, man. He's growing on me, bro. He has a song as a stepfather I really like. He says, old enough, old enough to be your daddy, young enough to fuck your mama. And that really touched me, you know. As a stepfather, that really that hit home. One
It's
through
funny.
10.
I got a joke that I say at work a lot, and then I be messing around, but these they be like the old lady, be like, you see the old lady over there? I'm like, yeah. I said she might be old enough to be my mama, but I'll make her call me daddy. You know, and then people they go crazy about it. It be true.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
think it was Ryan Reuben at an open mic. Ryan Reuben, yeah, it was Ryan Reuben. These two ladies and this boy and this guy sitting at the table. It was a woman and her mom, and I guess the guy was trying to date the daughter, and the daughter was like, "No, we're just friends." And Ryan was like, "Look, but if you can't get with her, get with the mom. Either way, she gonna call you daddy."
I like it.
And I was like, "That was clever. Like that was good."
Yeah, I like it too.
Yeah,
Ryan so
bro, Brian Rubin's funny, guys. Another comedian, guys. If you could check him out, man, hilarious guy.
yeah.
Uh, 1 through 10, what would you give this movie?
Oh, I give it 10.
Yeah,
Yeah, hands down. Like I
same
said,
here.
like because you can watch it over and over. Like I think any movie that you can watch over and over, you can easily get out of 10.
Yes,
Like
yes,
in the movie,
yes.
and still laugh. I still laugh at the movie.
Same here.
I
Uh,
I used to be able to do everybody's voice on the movie.
can we
Yeah,
hear one of them?
huh?
Can we hear one of them?
It's gonna be a scream at the screen. Laugh! And I used to hit the laugh. Everybody used to die laughing, man. I did a voicemail one time where I did all the characters,
Nice.
and I had them like this arguing on who was gonna leave the message. And bill collectors used to call me, and they called me for my bill, and I'd be like, "Oh, y'all," and they'd be like, "No, hang up. We want to hear your voicemail." They would tell me to hang up so I can hear my voicemail. So yeah, it was pretty good. I used to be real good at it, and I'm not good at it like I used to because I used to practice it every day. Like I can impersonate people, but I have to practice every day. And yeah, I used to practice them every day. I just want to pack it down. I had to pack it down.
Nice, man. If you ever can work that into a bit, man, that by itself, what you just did was good too.
But yeah, I used to be able to do it real good, but I have to practice, man. I do impersonation. I haven't done one actually on stage yet, but I do impersonations. But it be people that you probably don't know. Like I personate this old guy at my job, and I do it so good. We have walkie talkies, and I do it so good that people think it's him, and they be like, "Hey man, I thought you was off today," and now I'm here. They come looking for him, they can't find him.
Is that guy like you?
Huh?
Are you and that guy friends?
No, he hates me.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Do you believe that this movie has become a part of pop culture?
Uh, you know, I think it might have like a younger crowd might have let people know who Eddie Murphy is because Eddie Murphy is part of culture because he's one of the earlier stand up and he's one of the people who first came out who was real raunchy, one of the black comedians who came out as real raunchy, and he paved the way for some of the other comedians that came through. So I think that movie could be definitely part of pop culture.
Nice, nice. And guys, like I said, I believe the same thing. If you don't want to buy this movie, I'm sure it'll be on USA Network tomorrow. Um,
I think it's free on YouTube.
probably with ads, yeah.
On
Yeah.
YouTube.
Nice. Well, guys, check it out on YouTube, guys. Uh, thank you so much, man, for coming on to the movie review. This has been so much fun. Uh, Is there anything you'd like to say to your fans? And please tell everyone where they can follow you.
Once again, thank y'all, for tuning in uh, to Michael Garrett's podcast. He's also a funny guy, so
Thank you,
he
man.
got to throw all the credit at me, but he's funny too. But yeah, you can follow me on all social media, Instagram, uh, TikTok, Facebook, all under Big Daddy Cater. Without the R, it's not no Carter, it's Cater. So just so y'all know. But thank y'all for tuning in, and appreciate every one of y'all.
All right. Thank you again for coming in. Thank you, everybody watching and listening, and have an amazing day.